In the winter, the brake pad wear indicator for the front pads lit up on my dashboard. However, since it was minus 20 degrees Celsius outside, I decided to disable the indicator and postpone replacing the pads until warmer weather. I also wanted to see how many more kilometers I could drive on these worn pads. It's now late summer. I've only been driving in the city. The wear indicator first lit up when the odometer showed 319,000 kilometers. Now the car has 323,000 kilometers. That means I've managed to drive an additional 3,500 kilometers on the worn pads. Interestingly, there have been no unusual sounds during this time, so it's likely there's still some friction material left on the pads. The only thing I noticed is that the part of the brake disc near the hub is no longer participating in braking and has started to rust. Last time, I bought brake pads from TRW, which lasted 32,000 kilometers. This time, I decided to try pads from Ferodo, as they're said to be nearly as good as OEM pads. Let's see how long these will last. Either way, the brake pads need replacing now, so I'm removing the wheels to inspect the old pads and install the new ones. After removing the wheels, I can see there's still a couple of millimeters of friction material left on the old pads. Like many others, my inner pads wore out faster than the outer ones. You can tell the pad closer to the hub wasn't making full contact, so I'll also inspect the guide pins and piston condition while I'm at it. The old pads are off. One thing that stands out is that not the entire pad surface was making contact with the disc. Judging by the wear, there's enough friction material left to drive a few more thousand kilometers. Still, I recommend replacing the pads as soon as the wear indicator lights up, which, in my case, has long since worn out. By the way, let me know in the comments if your inner and outer pads also wear unevenly. Before installing the new parts, I'm checking the caliper guide pins. I've made the mistake of using copper grease on them in the past, but now I use ATE plastic grease instead. I also lifted the dust boot and applied a special lubricant to the caliper piston. In the future, I plan to rebuild and paint the front calipers. If the piston isn't fully compressed, it's impossible to install the new pads. To do this, I use a piece of shaped pipe and a screwdriver to push the piston all the way in. Now I can install the new pads. I pay attention to the arrow indicating the wheel's rotation direction and place the pads into the caliper piston. On the outer pad, I remove the protective film from the double-sided tape, which helps prevent rattling. Don't confuse this with squeaking. After installing the pads and reconnecting the wear sensors, I take the car for a test drive. I drove a few kilometers and noticed the entire disc surface is now participating in braking again, which is great to see. See you in the next video.